Bias was born during the late 7th century BC in the ancient Greek city of Priene in the region of Ionia. With his exceptional integrity and honesty, he established himself as a renowned lawyer and judge, earning a widespread reputation throughout Greece. Such was his reputation that when confronted with difficult decisions, many rulers would invoke his name. According to most sources, Bias was a rich man. At some point in his life, he got married and had a daughter. Apart from being a judge, Bias was also a poet. He once wrote a poem of 2,000 words for the region of Ionia in which he elaborated on how the region should be governed in order for it to thrive. Whether or not he ever assumed actual governing duties, though, remains unknown. Along with poems, he also wrote songs which were often sang at the symposiums of the time. The sources often mention how kind-hearted he was. It is stated that at one time, Bias came across a group of girls from Messene who had been taken captive after a war and were brought to Priene to be sold as servants. He bought them and raised them for a few years as his own daughters, educating them and providing them with a good dowry. Finally, when they reached adulthood, he sent them back to their families in Messene. Bias was also known for his cunningness. The writer Diogenes mentions that when the Lydians were laying siege to the city of Priene, Bias decided to fatten up 2 mules, and after a few weeks he set them free outside of the city. When Alyattes, the Lydian king, saw them, he was dumbfounded. He thought that if these mules were so well fed, then the people inside the city would most likely have an abundance of food, and so he decided to send an envoy to the city. In order to trick the envoy, Bias filled a number of large jars with sand and placed a few wheat straws at the top. When the envoy returned to the camp, he told the Lydians that the people inside the city had amassed a supply of food capable of lasting for several months, and so the Lydians abandoned the siege and returned to their homeland. Bias continued to work as a lawyer until the end of his life. One day, when he was really old, he was asked to defend someone at court. He accepted, delivered a great defense speech, and when he finished, he sat down and rested his head upon the shoulder of his grandson. The lawyer who defended the other man delivered his speech as well, and in the end, the judges voted in favor of the man who was defended by Bias. When the case ended, they found out that Bias had died quietly in the arms of his grandson. He was then given a great funeral where people from all over the land gathered to mourn his loss. Upon his grave was the following inscription: "Beneath this stone lies Bias, the son of the famous Prienian land, the glory of the Ionians."